Good evening. I'm Ken Green, the provost here at Fairleigh Dickinson University's College at Florham, and welcome to this evening's UN Pathways lecture. This is a very special occasion. Our speaker tonight is Ambassador Liu from the People's Republic of China. China is the world's most populous country with 1/5 the total population. It is also the world's second largest economy. So it is important that we increase our knowledge and understanding of China. Ambassador Liu's presentation tonight will advance our understanding. But first, it's my pleasure to introduce Ambassador Kamal, who will formally introduce our speaker. Ambassador Kamal is a former ambassador to the United States from Pakistan. He is currently the president of the Ambassadors Club of the United Nations. But most importantly for Fairleigh Dickinson University, he is the primary reason for our UN Pathways lectures. It is through his experiences and friendships throughout the world that we are able to hear the views and perspectives of leaders of diverse countries. The lecture series provides us with truly global experiences, and for this we are deeply indebted to Ambassador Kamal. Mr. Ambassador.
Ambassador Liu, this is a very special occasion for Fairleigh Dickinson University. It's special because the President of the United States is in China, and that is an extraordinary occasion in itself. And then this is the first time that the Ambassador of China is visiting Fairleigh Dickinson University. And the provost said that China is the second largest population in the world. I can assure you that this is the largest population that has ever come into this room. And so it is a mark of respect and affection for you, for the country that you represent, and for the hope that is in each one of us, that the relationship between China and the United States and between China and the rest of the world will be a mark of success for a more peaceful and a more prosperous world. So, welcome to Fairleigh Dickinson University. I had given you, I want everybody to know that Ambassador Liu and myself go back a long time. We are old friends, or for those of you who speak Chinese, I'm a Lao Pangyo. And so I am biased in his favor. So those of you who expect me to turn on the fireworks today are going to be disappointed. I will try to be as provocative as I can be to maintain my reputation, but please forgive me if you find that I'm not as aggressive as I have built up a reputation over the years. I have a number of questions that I have in my mind, and I will fire them at you one by one. Let us start, first of all, with the fact that the relationship between China and the United States is critically important, not just for the two countries, but for the rest of the world. And nevertheless, for people like me who have been 20 times to China and who have a small smattering of Chinese words, I find it rather strange that despite the closeness of the relationship and the fact that China is the largest creditor of the United States, that it is not too well known in the United States. What is your impression? Does the United States, does its government, does its people understand the history and culture of China? Are you satisfied with the knowledge of China in this country?
Responding to the question, let me extend my thanks to Fairleigh Dickinson University for inviting me to be here. Really good honor, pleasure for me and my colleagues to be here. And I'm accredited to the United Nations. So we are working as a mission to the United Nations and representing China at the UN. So normally, for our ambassador to the United States, our consul generals in New York or Houston or Chicago or Los Angeles, they come to the university to meet and to talk with the faculty members and students. But today, I'm honored that the invitation for Dr. Greener and Ahmed Kamal to be here, to join this forum in a very special format. That I'm not coming to give you any presentation or lecture, but I'm coming to respond to the questions posed by Ambassador Kamal. Really, his question is very tough.
So I've only started yet.
Yeah. Actually, when I was invited to be here this evening, I did not thought that President Obama would pay his visit to China. I think that's not planned yet, not announced yet at least. His visit not announced yet. It's true that China and the United States are two great nations. This has been acknowledged ever since the first ice-breaking visit by President Nixon. You remember that at the banquet, Premier Joe stated that we're welcoming a president coming from a great nation, and both Chinese and American are two great nations in the world. Now, China is the largest developing country. The United States is the largest developing country in the world. Now with our development over the past 3 decades since the opening and the reform, China really achieved greatly in economic development, in social development. Now China's GDP has reached to number 3 in the world, but in per capita terms, China's GDP is still numbered around 100. Still at the threshold of becoming low-income developed country to the medium-income developed country, at that threshold. So, but we are very proud that we have achieved a lot and making good progress over the past 30 years. So, reform process is a process for Chinese, not only leaders, but also Chinese people, to learn from the others. That's where we started reform together with opening up. So this is different from the others that China did. So on the question between our two countries, really, I think relationship between two countries becoming more important than ever before. But the mutual understanding between the two sides still far from the requirements for cooperation between the two countries. On understanding, to be frank, I think Chinese know more about America than Americans know about China. It's difficult to interpret that. Maybe due to history, because you see that for China, because People's Republic of China was founded only 60 years ago, in 1949. But you should remember that we have been no relationship with the United States for 22 years, until Nixon paid his first visit in 1972. And we normalized relationship only in 1971, in January 1971. So this year is a